Now you can see there is one deck that is very popular.
Yeah.
3 times as popular as the second deck.
Yeah, and it's very a winning deck in this
Yes, exactly.
competition.
What's interesting to notice is that it was very, very well represented day one as well, but it's actually more represented on day two
Exactly.
than it was on day one. So it is like a very good conversion rate. Um, yeah, Murktide. I mean, it's all about Murktide. It's all about iteration.
Yeah,
It's
right
all
now
about
Murktide
Ragavan.
is the deck to beat.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, if you will look at Ragavan decks, we've got Murktide, then we've got fourth Breach, and then Scam just below it, and those would be Ragavan decks. Nothing else is a Ragavan deck. So if you look at it this way, and then we've got like 30, 35, 40% Ragavan decks, and then 60% up to 70% non-Ragavan decks. And again, it's up to you to decide
Yeah.
if that's a lot or not a lot, but that's what the day two looks like.
And
Um,
let's start with the first game of this round. And we have a 5 color against, I can't read
it's
what is,
blue-white
it's
control.
blue control, thank you. Blue
Yes,
white
yes. So I
control,
decided
perfect.
to choose blue-white control. People who maybe who know me, especially from like a year back and earlier, I have always been a huge control aficionado. And
Okay.
what's worth pointing out, this gentleman on the right has the best basic there is. This specific version of Beta
I can
Island.
totally agree.
I
Totally
mean,
agree.
this is like,
Yeah, I know the
excellent,
colors,
excellent.
everything, it's perfect.
It is perfect. Um, okay. So we've got land pass, land pass.
Yeah,
Sure,
Moctide is a sick conversion rate
yeah,
because in the first day it was 16%.
yeah, and now it's
Totally
21.
correct.
And as this person rightfully observed, there were also mirror matches.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so we've got a land pass probably holding up something like Archmage's Charm to draw to end step. I'm not sure if they are aware of what. I mean, it's clear that blue white's playing blue white, but
Yeah.
it might not have been clear that the player on the left, like whether it's creativity,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's rhinos.
I'm pretty happy about this mashup because we hadn't seen a blue-white controlled deck
Yes,
on
exactly.
coverage.
That's why I chose that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um, we have to tell them to change the name from change the indomitable to just creativity.
Okay.
This will be much clearer for chat to know what's being played. Okay, another better basic. Okay, fetch, find steam vents. Okay, so perfect mana, literally perfect mana. Double Triumph, Steam Vent, and let's see what happens. We've got Prismari command. Okay, filtering the draw. It's still unclear whether it's creativity or rhinos from the opponent's perspective, right?
Mm-mm.
Because we have seen just one 3 mana card, which could be played in rhinos. The mana base could be played in rhinos, right? Okay, now we know it's not rhinos. You can't play Lightning Bolt in rhinos,
Yeah.
and if you do, that is a risky proposition. And now it's very clear what the deck is. So discard Bolt said what the deck isn't, and discard Dwarven Mine says what the deck is. I mean, antithesis depends how deep people go into analyzing, such minute things like Airy Mercer. Yeah, yeah. I have also seen on Twitter this screenshot of people playing spell piece in rhinos. I have indeed seen that. Okay, we counter spell. There's could be like spell pierce back doesn't do it unless there's like, oh, there is double spell pierce. Oh my gosh, this is bug
Hmm.
breaking. I think there is double spell pierce. I mean, I'm not
We'll
sure what
see
the
in
creativity player is waiting for.
a few
It was
seconds.
obvious that there is the pay thing. Yeah, okay. Now we've got Teferi, and blue-white historically struggles against planeswalkers.
Mm. That could be a problem.
Yeah, very much.
Mm.
If you play Leyline Binding, doable. You could
Yeah.
play Prismatic Ending, but you don't want to tap 3 mana sorcery speed to
Yeah,
do
of
it.
course.
You could play a land, play Ending, hold up counterspell. That would be the best outcome. Uh,
Fetching.
Again, beautiful basics. Oh my god. Oh my god. Actually, if you look at my Twitter background, I
Yeah.
have I'm islands in front.
Yeah.
I have islands in front in Beta Island, this Beta Island art kind of aesthetic.
Yeah.
Right. And I've got like 3 or 4 different paintings of this Beta Island at home.
You're really a fan of this
Yeah, my friend drew me
art.
one, my girlfriend painted me one. I mean, the colors are beautiful. I really like the colors.
No,
This
yeah,
orangey,
it's unbelievable.
purpley. March wouldn't work because March doesn't target planeswalkers. March targets enchantments, artifacts, creatures. So you couldn't March of Otherworldly Light a planeswalker. So we've got just Hardcast Solitude coming in.
3 mana and oh, okay.
Archmage's Charm, draw 2. Get more cards. But again, you would
Yeah,
have
he's
to
trying.
find.
What is trying to search in his deck? What does he wanna draw right now for dealing with Teferi?
Yeah, very good question. So there are multiple options. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. So you could go Prismatic Ending onto Teferi. You could play Leyline Binding if they play that, but I'm not sure that they do because the mana basically seems very blue-whitey. Fire Ice, for example, but then you would have to go double fire or one attack with Solitude, and then fire it. So there are some options. One person says, let's make Cancel Judgment legally modern. I agree. I fully agree. Let's do that. I'm not sure it would change anything, honestly. I think that's a very, very safe reprint into the format. Speaking of chat, what card would you like to get printed into modern? That's, older. I will tell you my preference later. What would you like to get printed into modern? Because maybe instead of banning, we can unban cards or print more cards into the format. Oh my god. I mean, chat. Okay, come on.
There is a lot of ideas.
Oh my god. Invigorate Berserk, Wasteland. I mean, you're mad. Okay. I him to Turak. Come on. I regret asking now.
Just ban the format.
Oh my
That's
god.
the problem solved, yeah.
Okay, Cable Therapy could be a good one. Oh my god. Price of Progress is debatable, yeah. Of course, yes, that's a recall.
This was a funny question.
Oh my god, Chad just went berserk. I personally, I would print Doomsday into the format. I want to see Doomsday. Yes, I said it. Let's go. I think that would be interesting. Oh, Chain Lightning would be easy. Pernicious Deed easy. Yeah. Dark Ritual. Oh, depends what people would be Dark Ritualing into. Okay, so we've got Ren, Archon, and Teferi. I mean, Blue Eye Control is in trouble.
It will try, but it's also at 7 HP. 7 life points are very low.
Yeah, I mean, again, Solitude gets rid of that, but it doesn't solve any long-term problems. I mean, to be fair, Natural Order could unironically be. I would have to think about it, but I assume it would work in Elf's Main, yeah? Unban Gorgite Grave Troll. Okay, this is Sodec MTG alternative account. Must be. No, we're not doing that again. The dredge experiment has already happened, and
I really like the fact that he, the player of the white and blue mana, white and blue deck, already pack up his deck and say, okay, I lost. But in every case, the opponent was making sure to let him see that he has the card that he was searching for. So there was no cheating, no mistakes, no possible other option. It was like, yeah.
No speculation. Yeah.
I know you trust me, but I want to make you see that.
Yeah. Also, blue-white control player knows that they cannot waste time.
Yeah, exactly.
They see it's not a good. Okay, let's just pack it up. But what happened at the very end, that was very strong. That creativity just creativitied at the end of the turn because of the Teferi's Plus. I can see that the name of the deck hasn't changed on the screen, and we need to fix that with creativity. And we've got the sideboard. So Creativity here in blue-white control. We've got triple PS main deck. In the sideboard, we've got Serra's Emissary, Brotherhood's End, Flusterstorm, Veil, Leyline, Boseiju. And so I think Veil and Flusterstorm are the ones that are coming in. So we've got 5 cards. We will probably trim on the bolts, Leyline Binding. We might actually cut them completely. Fire Rise is okay at tapping out the opponent.
Okay.
Prismari Command is okay at filtering. But I think Bolt Binding Command are the cards that are going to get trimmed. Deathrite Shaman. I mean, Deathrite Shaman is an animal. It's not like printing into the format per se. You know, Deathrite Shaman blocks Ragavan and they trade. So I guess that's a thing. So yeah, creativity I think is going to really want draws like start with Ren and 6, start putting pressure. You know, then you can establish that's an established threat. Then you can play another threat holding up spell piece, for example. I mean, triple PS. This is a beating. Like countering like Archmage's Charm for 3 mana, countering opposing Teferi.
And now we have the deck list of the white-blue control deck.
Yeah. So this is a very interesting list. Okay, first of all, a ton of Planeswalkers.
Yeah.
Second of all, 3 Chalice main. Oh my god, that is super hateful. We've got 8 Elementals. 4 Solitude, 4 Subtlety. Okay, they hate Primeval Titan, I can see that. And they play 4 Supreme Verdict. Oh my god. 4 Supreme Verdict. I mean, this player.
I just want to rat out. It's like, no, you can't have creature against me.
To be fair, you can't have anything because
Yeah,
Verdict
exactly.
for creatures, Subtlety for Titan, Chalice for combo. I mean, that is I mean, it is literally a prison deck at this point.
Well, we are in round 13, so he's doing very good in this tournament. So
he is, yeah. He absolutely is.
Pretty good.
Against creativity, he might say, you know, Veto, Ethergast, you know, those Hallowed Moonlight specifically for creativity matchup, dress down, turning off. No, yeah, this deck is, I would say, is something. It certainly is something.
For sure, it's something that we never saw before yesterday or today.
Yeah.
So this is even more good.
Okay, this is a classic blue-white opener. Tap land, which is of a single color pass. I mean, name a more iconic duo. Blue-white control and tap lands. Okay, upkeep tap land. That's interesting. Oh, okay. So sometimes you have to think which turn you want to ice, and this turn that we saw the ice to prevent a Ren and 6. Oh my God, Second Castle Vantress. This mana base. This mana base. I can see why I stopped playing blue-white control. I mean, whew.
This could happen, yeah.
Opponent plays tap lands which are triumphs. This is tap land, single color. Drop.
See.
I think Veil of Summer was drawn. You could also.
Oh,
I think there is no. Oh, there might be no third land. There might be no third land. Oh my God, that was a keep.
Oh.
Heavily on the back of Ren and 6.
And now the tap land is not a problem anymore, because now he has 4 mana, and his opponent has missed a land.
Yeah.
And maybe
or
even a third land.
Yeah. Okay. No. Okay.
Ooh. Two turns without any land. It's difficult to deal with.
Okay, draw to end step, because blue-white control also missed the land drop. Draw to end step, clean up another Archon, draw, and let's see if blue-white control makes a land drop. Now they could tap out for 5 fairy. Okay, never mind, just another single color tap land. But tapping out for the fairy could be a strategy, but then you walk straight into a spell pierce. Another single color tap land. Oh my God, is it modern? Is it like
what game is this one?
Mean, what are those mana bases? Come on.
Yeah. Well, they are at least trying, but is a late game so much better for control blue-white?
Yes, especially if creativity is missing land drops, then certainly. But yeah, control can at some point have like multiple counterspell.
Yeah.
Maybe Play. Whoa.
I mean, like, Control usually do their best in late game,
Yeah.
but I don't know if creativity can keep up or not.
Yeah, so it could, but again, it really depends on the situation. And
Yeah,
now
of
we've
course.
got a very weird situation. So Blue Eye Control plays Leyline of Sanctity, which what it does is basically one thing, and that's they did pay double white. There is the filter land, no worries. Sanctity turns off Archon trigger, which means that Archon is just a 6/6, which is not that scary. Now, creativity can also just Teferi bounce Leyline. So, I mean, yeah, it's sort of fine. Now it's his Steam Vents find, not another Dwarven mine. And that Arid Mesa is probably probably like 8th or 9th fetch.
He's
And they didn't
trying
want
to resolve
another
the fairy. Yeah, of course, probably.
Spellbeers? Oh, subtlety. Subtlety pitching their own Teferi, okay. And this is Spellbeer's proof. Because it's a creature, it is not mystical dispute proof. So that's worth mentioning. Okay, goes on the bottom. Okay, fetch. I assume Hallowed Fountain tapped. Oh, Rogran Triumph, sorry, Rogran Triumph.
I'm always very scared when my opponent play blues and have 1 or 2 lands open and some cards in his hands, because they're like, oh no, I know what he's going to do.
Yeah, that is true. And then knowing that this is what can happen, you have to play around it. For example,
Yeah,
you can try to play 2 spells on a single turn.
but sometimes you have to try at least to resolve something, and it's kind of annoying. Yeah, well, it's annoying. It's how the deck works
Yeah.
easily.
Th-
And
ba-
the fairy.
Basically, the metrics of something being annoying is kind of tricky because all the people, I
Yeah,
mean, everybody finds something else tricky or
exactly.
annoying or, you know,
It's just a matter of taste. If you
exact
prefer something or
exactly.
something else.
Some people may hate creativity, some people may
Yeah.
hate burn. So again, and some people may hate counterspells. Yeah.
Or, in some case, like me, I hate only when it's played by opponent.
Oh, okay, it's okay. Yeah, exactly. So when you're doing the thing,
Yeah, it's okay.
that's
It's
fine.
legal.
That's fine.
The
Okay.
fairy is resolved, and now let's see.
Ooh, okay. This is such a good play. Such a good play. So you begin with Veil of Summer, which means your spells are uncounterable, and then you play a thing which won't be counterable. That's a very, very heads up play because you could. Oh
Another
no!
gust.
Oh, Ethergast. Oh god, that's a beating. So the reason it works is that Ethergast does not say counter target
No,
spell. If it's countered this way, put it on
just
top.
on the top or the bottom.
Is just put. Yeah, that is beating. Oh my god. Right. So we'll see how the blue-white player converts this game, because one thing is being like ahead, right, and having control over the game, but you have to convert the game into an actual win,
Yeah,
right?
you have to finish in some way.
Yeah, exactly. You have to actually finish. Okay, getting another token.
Yeah, I think they probably should put 2 tokens on the board, buddy.
Same thing. Lead with Ether, with Veil of Summer. Now the
And now
problem
try
is that
again.
subtlety also affects. Okay, creativity. Don't play Ether. Oh, come on, don't play another Ether Gust. Oh, oh, come on. That is
And
wow.
game 3.
Wow.
Directly.
Yeah, can we get Fs in chat? I mean, that was
Poor
such a
creativity.
beating. Yeah.
But now creativity is on the draw, on play.
Yeah.
So maybe it could do something faster. Let's hope for.
So, okay, so what happened this game cannot happen next game because the control player used ice
Yeah,
to tap a land on turn 2 and hence disable the opportunity to play
yeah,
Ren
exactly.
6. It cannot happen when creativity is on the play. So blue-white does not even have a way to counter Ren 6 on the play except for subtlety. So it has to have subtlety specifically, has to have another blue card, and preferably not mulligan earlier, because mulliganing into subtlety pitch can hurt you. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Turn to Ren and 6 is good, turn Theta Fairy is great. You don't have to actually go for creativity, because there are a lot of other very good tools, right? Now, one person suggests purging the Ren when it resolves, but then, I mean, if that happens, Ren and 6 has already given you a land, and then you have tapped out for the purge, right? Which means, Teferi resolves, for example. Yes, there is no prismatic ending in this version. There is no prismatic ending. Now that is weird, because prismatic ending has been a staple of blue-white control ever since it was printed, basically. These days, this blue-white deck list is something. Is something. I've seen players play maybe like for leyline binding and for prismatic ending. So yeah, different approaches to the removal package.
Yeah. Let's see what is happening on the board.
Okay, still shuffling. I think checking sleeves.
Oh yeah. We saw before that there were some sleeves of another players that begin to split up. So sometimes could happen. We always hope for that doesn't happen. Also, this is why you should always play in this kind of tournament with new sleeves.
Preferably, the best thing to do is have fresh sleeves for day 1
Yeah.
and fresh sleeves for day 2.
Yeah.
That would be the best case. I've seen some people play day 1 and day 2 with the same sleeves, and then fresh sleeves for the top 8 also. Yeah. Now, the biggest problem maybe with the fresh sleeves is that they're quite like slippery. Like they're very,
It depends a lot on the brand of the sleeves, but it can be slippery, it can be sticky. There is a lot of things. So
yeah. I think the best sleeves are new sleeves after one tournament, after one FNM. Yeah, just fresh sleeves, one FNM, and then they're perfect.
Kinda new, but not new.
Exactly. It's like tempering a sword,
Yeah.
right? You get a sword, but you have to,
They're both keeping.
There is a veto. Counter spell goes on the bottom, it seems. Okay.
And start.
There is one of Leyline there. So it's not that you need new sleeves between days. It's more about the fact that if your sleeves get worn out, right, they are damaged, and you can see they're damaged, then it's a problem, because it could be
marked.
Yeah, exactly. It could be thought of as marked sleeves, right? If they're damaged weirdly.
And it's a problem for playing, because as a signed card, a marked card, you can of course recognize it. So you obviously can't recognize any card that is hidden.
And yeah, after like nine rounds, 3 games every round, you shuffle heavily, for example, the classic case, the main deck cards might be used more than sideboard cards.
Yeah, and then you see the difference
and then exactly, you can see the difference. So that's the most like classic example.
Exactly. Today there are two more rounds, and then the top 8.
Yeah, 2 more. So it's this one, and 2 more.
And 2 more, yeah.
And then the top 8.
Exactly.
So a ton of Magic to watch. A ton of Magic to watch. Can you tell us what we're playing for here?
Yeah, of course. We are playing for the Athens finals. Sorry, not semi-finals. And the top 32 of today 64 players are playing this tournament. Today, at the end of this, the half of them will get the invitation for Athens, and the top 8 will get also the flight and the accommodation paid, completely paid for Athens.
Yeah, exactly. And those players are still alive for the top 8, we think, if they win every round.
Yeah.
They could be.
9-3 is a good result right
So
now.
yeah, so they could be like, 12-3, and it's possible that they get in. What Jimmy said, so in most cases it is enough to just check your sleeve after
Yeah,
day
just
one.
check.
That is fine. We're not saying that you have to re-sleeve, but check. Yeah, it's just the best thing is maybe to give it to your friend and ask if they can see any inconsistencies. You could even intentionally put one card that is marked to see whether they're paying attention. Also, one more thing. If you have like round 9, you can just at the end of the day go to the judge
and ask them.
and
Yeah,
ask,
of course.
okay, can I play these tomorrow? Do you think? And they will say,
no,
well, yes or no.
In any moment, you can always call for a judge and ask them things, even after and outside of the tournament.
Yeah, so I think that judges are always your friend.
Yeah.
I have seen people at the beginning of tournaments come to judges and just ask them, okay, can I play this card, for example? Because I know it's foil, it's alta,
Yeah, exactly.
it's something, whatever the reason is.
Yeah, of course, we are there for you.
Okay, so now we've got Teferi, Aptikt, Aptak. Yeah, Barczyk, exactly. Yeah. At Polish like tournament series, players, because in Poland people have a lot of blinked out modern decks, a lot of foils and a lot of alters, a lot of stuff. So they go to the head judge and just okay, there's a line, and everybody goes, can I play this, or this? Yes. Or the judge takes your deck and just sees if there are any marks because of foils, for example, right? And the judge looks at the deck, tries to cut into a foil, and
yeah, sometimes foils, and especially when you have art making, handmade, altered art, you can see them. Not always. The main of the altered card is pretty perfect, but you could check. You should check.
Yeah, you should. Especially with foils, because you could see them, in a deck like
a lot.
because they
yeah,
bend.
also with altered cards you can see because it's really they're not so thin.
Yeah,
so
okay.
you can recognize
if
it.
there is an ink, right?
Yeah,
a lot
exactly.
of ink or something. Okay, what we have in the game? We've
Yeah.
got Teferi bouncing the opposing ley line. So the play I talked about last game,
Exactly.
that was possible. Now we've got Ren and Teferi. So basically we're not playing Magic, we're playing Hearthstone now, right? No instant speed interaction. My turn, okay. Your turn, okay. My turn, okay. Your turn. Okay.
There is a lot of cheering up for the players in the chat because they are both Italian and they're both well known for other players.
Nice. One person in chat said that sometimes different judges give you different rulings.
Yeah, it's correct.
So if that happens, just go to the head judge.
Exactly.
And then if the head judge says yes or no,
because
it doesn't matter what the other opinions are.
Exactly, because the rules are rules. But with this kind of things, I can think that it's okay, another one can think that it's not, because it depends. And if it's not clearly recognizable one card, but it's could be, maybe, I don't know, the head judge has the last word.
Yeah. Okay, tapping. Now mana base is much better. Okay, we've got fire.
And of course, fire on the Teferi.
Have we swum in Trieste? I have not. It's way too cold. It's like what, 5 degrees, 10 degrees? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
12?
no, it's pretty cold.
But it's certainly not warm enough to swim. Also, no time to swim. I mean, we were covering Magic.
Yeah, no, exactly.
When would we swim?
And today we will be. It will be long. Sorry, guys. Also because we will cover the entire top 4, so we will put on the screen both game of the semifinals.
Yes. Okay. So yeah. So basically, what will happen? Yeah, what will happen is okay. So be ready for that. We will have in the semifinals. We've got four players,
Two
right?
matches,
2 matches, and we will watch the first one fully,
and
and
then
then we will start the second one and watch it fully,
exactly,
right? So there is nothing at the same time. In the semifinals, we will watch both matches in their entirety live, right?
yeah.
Which means this is going to be tiring for both of us.
Also
I
because
mean, come on, it's going to be like 2 hours
also
of
because
commentating.
in the top four for sure they have no time,
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
they can be long.
Yes, yes.
But it can also be very fast. It depends.
Yeah, so strategically, we should root for prowess to make it to the top four. And just, swoosh, swoosh, pish, pish. And yeah.
And that's why I love aggro because it's pretty fast, and then you can start to do something else.
But then remember,
Okay.
remember that if you go to a tournament and you play prowess and you finish fast, you have to do something with the rest of the time, right?
Yeah, but you can rest, you can eat,
I
you
mean,
can drink.
but you should. Do you want to rest after every
No,
round?
not after every time.
Exactly.
No.
You don't have that much magic in Magic then. No, the blue-white control player has
Yeah.
all the magic in Magic.
But it 9 rounds. At the end of the day, he have no eat anything. He haven't like rest. Never resting.
Yeah, that is annoying. Yeah. So what we've got
Okay.
right now is Renaissance going, creativity, unfortunately not working due to a solitude, and I think control has got one card in hand, and creativity has got multiple. Oh my god, I think it's a full grip.
Let's see what his options are right now. What he could do against Leila and the Teferi.
So the best option is okay. So for Teferi, this right?
Yeah.
He can play like fire. Okay, ping it down. He could play Teferi of their own and bounce Leyline.
Yeah.
But again, this game doesn't have to be won through creativity specifically, because Ren might ultimate. There might be like a Fable of the Mirror Break coming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we can see Kahira to hand chat. Okay, Ice tapping Rogren Triumph. Okay, we will see if the control player is punished for taking Kahira.
Yeah.
And
Because now no blue mana for him.
exactly. They could fetch, but then they fetch only one land.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, I mean not. Wait, they might not actually be able to find the blue land, because there are 2 hallowed fountains on the field already. So I mean,
Oh.
this mesa might only actually find at this point a plains, which
Oh.
so it's not something like. Do they play Steam Vents?
Yeah,
Okay.
if he plays,
If they play
yeah,
Steam
okay.
Vents, okay,
There
then
is a
it's
Steam
possible.
Fund. Perfect.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we have 1 blue mana.
Okay, that's fine.
Thank you, chat, again.
But okay, there is a Fable. So this is the thing. Like you go Ren, you have Ren, then you play like Fable, and you're good. You're good. Even if there's a verdict coming. Okay, another creativity.
Yeah.
They say, okay.
And the Akon.
A lot of games are I mean, Ren on the play is a different animal, basically. Like Ren as Ren, Ren on the play. I mean, this is a beating. He usually sculpts all the games. I have also seen Breach variants that we have seen all day that go more rug just to be able to play Ren 6.
Makes sense.
Tap land, tick up, have another land. I really like Fable of the Mirror Breaker in this deck because you can discard to the second chapter. You can discard all the redundant lands that Red has provided you.
And the Steam Events is patched.
Yes, okay. Why is there a white ley
Oh,
line?
nice question.
So this question actually refers to what's happening right now. So what Archon of Cruelty does, in addition to being a 6/6 flying creature, is that Archon has a trigger. And trigger says that you gain 3 life and draw a card. Opponent discards a card, loses 3 life, and sacrifices a bunch of stuff. And so Leyline says you have Hexproof. So in this case, Archon went onto the field.
But it's just a creature.
It's just a creature. The trigger fizzled because you can't target. Okay, Purge into Kahira. Okay, control play is trying. I think it's going to be tough. Oh, Leyline Binding, I think, was drawn.
Plenty of time for them to reach the ending of the game.
Run up to 7, which means it's threatening ultimate.
And the Fable.
Right.
He came prepared. He has the right tokens for everything.
Yeah, yeah. Now has got 2 creatures to block Kahira, so I think that the play is now just go up to the ultimate of Ren, and then you can keep recasting. I mean, even the Fire Eyes, you can just go fire, 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 fire. Pants on Liar, and just kill them. Unban Mystic Sanctuary. I mean, well, I agree personally. I would love Sanctuary died for Uro's sins. Also, Sanctuary could bring back Cryptic Command, and that's what I would like. Right.
Let's see. He's thinking about what he's want to do next.
Yeah, there are not many options. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, Sanctuary in iteration decks, yeah, like they play in Legacy, right?
Eatergast and Leyline.
Maybe this is not a popular opinion, but I think Field of the Dead could come back. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Okay, begin with Leyline. Oh, okay, double Flusterstorm.
And the game. It's a GG.
Yep, and that is
very
GG.
nice.
So